purpose that we had to migrate some information, some custom fields. Your team was perfect in assisted and very quick.
For the very start, can you tell me a little bit about what your company actually does to meet your customers' needs and expectation in terms of customer support?
So in Visor AI, we help our customers, which are often organizations, so it's a very business-to-business model that we have. We help them to automate their services. So mostly service automation and using artificial intelligence, for example. And this goes on to speak or work with banks and insurance companies. And if they have their process and they can be automated, usually they require our software to do some of those automations. Among them, we include virtual assistants as chatbots, as you might know, either live chat or process automation within the companies. And so what we do is that we have our own software, and it works as software as a service. Our clients subscribe to our software, and when they have some questions, they raise it with our customer success team.
What was your area of the responsibility in this migration project?
So together with Joanna here, we were the two trying to gather all the information from the different parties, because bear in mind that we have a sales team, okay, and we actually migrated from other software to Freshsales. Then we also had Freshdesk for our customer success team, and we migrated from Jira Service Management to Freshdesk. And we engaged first with the team of Freshworks, which sold both softwares. We required a partner from them to help us with managing all this team. They mentioned a partner that then helped us with the early configurations of all the solutions. And then mostly it was me and Joanna trying to put all the pieces together, managing the communication between Freshworks, the partner, our sales teams, our customer success team, trying to get all the different configurations to then deliver it till the end.
Okay, before starting this migration project with us, what were your biggest concerns?
Honestly, there was a little bit of concerns on not being able to either meet the deadline or if the new software would not live up to the needs that we had. Okay, so meaning we have chosen a new software to migrate to, and we're taking all this effort, and if it doesn't work well, or if it doesn't meet our expectations or needs at least, that would be one of the fears that we had. Previously, you asked if we did other migrations. Not necessarily so big, but we did try to implement other software or other solutions, which actually were very time consuming and took a lot of effort from different people from our teams. And even though we had a partner, it didn't go well. And we spent a lot of hours, a lot of time trying to implement a new analytics dashboard with a specific partner, with a specific technology, and it didn't go well. So that was also one of the concerns that we had towards these migrations. What would happen if we do not meet the deadline? What would happen if the partner does not delivers on what we need from it? What would happen if the software we are migrating to does not accept the requirements that we have to see some data that we have gathered for years? Will it be suitable to put in this new software? So those were some of the concerns.
So you used our tools. How would you rate that? How much our tool meet your expectation, from 1 to 10? Did it fully satisfy all your requirements or just partially?
Yeah. Joanna, how would you say their tool met our expectations?
I believe that the tool was amazing. um, one of the most concerns that we have is to export all the fields. And because we have a lot of fields in Jira Service Management, that was very important for our customer support team. And I believe in this particular case, we can take all the information. I believe this is the most important thing.
It was, I would say, close to perfection. Not only the tool, but the help that we got from your customer success, probably managers. And in this case, I'm talking about Elvira and Yaroslav. So when we came across your solution, almost in a point that things were starting to look not so good, okay? Because the way and the other tools that we were using to do the migration were not necessarily meeting the expectations that we had, and we started to lose a little bit of trust on it. So with Joan and me, we started to check for another alternative, and that's when we came across you guys for the main purpose that we had to migrate some information, some custom fields. Your team was perfect in assisted it very quick. As soon as we needed a call, immediately all the triggers from your marketing team after we signed up, after we tried the first demo, immediately we started to get very relevant information on how it was going. So that actually made us move forwards.
And for the Confluence migrations, did the data mess up, or like was that just inconsistently migrated? So what was the issue with?
When we're talking about because it's on the same option. So when we are setting up a migration, we can choose the project, okay, that we want to migrate from. And for the project of Jira Service Management, we can go actually in a lot of details with custom fields, assignees, and so on. And that maps the data quite well. We need a lot of attention to detail together with Joanna to make sure that we didn't mess up the fields, but it worked very, very well. But when it comes to Confluence, that we can also add up the knowledge base, the knowledge. And when we did first the Jira Service Management migration, perfect, because it was our main priority. Oh, now let me try the Confluence one. And when we did the Confluence, it just got almost all the articles from Confluence originally, and there were some articles that we use more internal, some manuals that we use for our sales rep and so on, and those were migrated automatically, and you were already put on the public side, let's call it this way, of the Freshdesk solution. And so this was a little bit of a constraint for us to match all the data, because we did not have that opportunity. At least we didn't find it as easy as we did for the migration of Jira Service Management.
Okay, so except of the migration of the articles of the Confluence, were there anything else that you would like to improve in our tool, to work that in a different way, better, maybe any?
Rather, there were little details that I really enjoyed. For example, when we were setting up for the URL for Jira Service Management, you have a little tooltip already with a link that takes us immediately into Jira software where we can generate the API key, because Jira software itself is a huge platform and it's very complicated to navigate. So you made it quite easy to actually go and fetch the information there. I think in general it went very well. The parts of the design of the platform it's more functional than pretty, let's call it this way, but it serves the purpose that we had. So, and it went well, quite well. I also liked that you had your team to help us migrate a custom field into a custom field, and they were very quick to do it. That was a very nice thing as well. Yeah, in general, everything went, I would say, pretty well, except for the Confluence part.
So what would you recommend to those companies who want to migrate their data between Help Desk? What they should be ready for? What may be some preparation steps they need to take before starting the migration project?
I think it's very important to have an owner of the project, or whoever is taking care of the migration. I think in these migrations you need to set your priorities right, meaning is it because it's all the data migrated and then we'll deal with organizing it later, I think is a bad idea. So attention to details on which fields are migrated to where, I think is important to set beforehand. So what to be aware, the person that will work with Freshdesk do already have their workflow for management clients defined, how much it differs from the one originally made. Do you have other teams involved? Because we started to get a lot of information, and our customer success team had very specific requirements that they wanted to keep checking. So try to get these requirements beforehand. Other part, make sure that the person who's in charge of the migration also is in possession of the permissions to generate API tokens, to change permissions in groups. Because one of the things that me and Joanna went with is whilst migrating, especially from Jira, okay, you have a lot of different security groups, a lot of different groups with different accesses, people with different products subscribed, and things that I might see in Jira, Joanna might not have the permission to. And if it would be two colleagues that did not have the permission to see something, would assume that doesn't exist when in reality was there all the time. So try to understand very well these parts. I think it's very, very important. So a checklist, permissions, what are the desired outcomes, how much it differs from platform to platform would be, and use your tool